Communication. It started out as a conversation between two people, but as time went by and people's needs became greater, they developed more ways to communicate. Businesses today need to minimize incomplete connections. Therefore, it is critical that they provide optimal service. Xilinx desktop, mobile and web applications can process everything from normal calls and callbacks to chats, emails, and social media inquiries. Let Xilinx liberate your business.
There we go. Down on me as well. There we go. A little bit more volume. Yes. Sorry for the delay. Audio. And I will have to mute that microphone as well. There we go. So, as you can see, probably tonight you're with me over at the production desk, mostly because I didn't want to run forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back, because we're actually expecting more of the usual commentators to get online tonight to be ready, and I was hoping that I could get a little bit of time put in on fixing live timing and other small various issues, mainly just fixing bugs, because we want to have the timing show up the hypercar in the correct way as well. Well, 6th of September, which means, let me check, GTR24h.org. 47 days, 22 hours, 9 minutes and 18, 17, 16 seconds until the doors of the Endurance E-Racing World Championship open. So not very long. That might as well be why we're seeing a lot of teams practicing on the server. We are joined right now by a Pro Sim car, which seems to be driven by Kim Lennart. I don't know if that's true, but at least it's a number 99 Pro Sim car. Richard Belaka from the Rare Endurance team. Haven't seen those guys around yet, but they're here now. MSB Racing, that's Mr. Gelsø, or whatever his name is. I don't really remember. The number 1 Nightmare, DSR Nightmare car is here as well. Another driver by MSB Racing, that's one of the other MSB Racing cars, another GT3 car, is listed as being driven by Frank Thompson. Then there's a DGTS Orica 07 LMP2 car, unknown driver on that one. Nicky Jensen driving the McLaren Senna in the hypercar class as well. Another MSB Racing driver, Michael Peterson, driving a GTE Corvette C7R GTE. And then there's Martin Durland. I don't remember which team he's driving for, but he is in a Porsche 991 RSR GTE in the GE class. Hasn't put up a time yet. And then finally, right now, it's Michael Oster. He's being listed as being Michael Dürlon as well. Somehow I think they're using the same Simutils ID at the moment, or same Simutils user at the moment, since that lists them as the same driver in the car. And it's another Porsche 911 RSR GTE. That is, though, listed as a GT3 car. I don't know why. Last week we had suddenly a lot of cars listing in wrong classes as well, so I have to work a bit on that. So what's happening there? Viewers joining in, thank you. More and more gathering around in this lovely little bunch community we got going on here for the Friday night practices for the Endurance E-Racing World Championship. That's starting at the 24th of October this year in Viborg, Denmark. You find all the information you need to know at GTR24h.org, or as John would say it last week, it's www.GTR24h.org. So tease him a bit. Fastest time at the moment, 3:26.387, done by a McLaren Senna GTR hypercar. Second right now is Richard Barker in the in one of the Orica 07s with a 3:31.9, which is pretty fast. Okay, I'm not getting any audio from inside the game, so I'm going to have to walk on over to that machine and set up the audio output correct so that we get some audio from the cars in the pit lane and from the cars driving around on track. 2 seconds. Okay. That's a bit strange. It is actually outputting through the correct channels, but somehow we're not getting the audio on stream. Or maybe you are and it's not monitoring, so I don't get it. I don't know about that. I have to do a quick check. Let's get the driver names up on screen as well, so we can see what cars we're looking at right now. That actually should be up and running now. Let's see if we can get it to react. Yes. There we go. One of the hypercars in focus right now, parked in the pit lane. See if they want to go back on track in a moment. I'm still not getting that sound from. Even though it should actually be right there. I have no idea why it's not putting out the sound from in the game. I'll try and boot up the other machine. See if this one wants to cooperate. We may only have one chance for this machine because this one's a little buggy. But this setup right now should actually allow me to get out onto track tonight as well. Have a bit of fun. Let's see if that will be the case. Okay, so it has been a while since I do that needs updating. Why the fascination with the cars in the pit lane during practice? I have no idea why Auto Camera wants to do this and wants to punish us with this boring, tedious. There we go. That's better. You're clearing up various sound issues as well here. Okay, that's a little bit loud. Can I run this through my own monitor without too much delay as well? I'll try. Is that any good? Yeah. I think I can almost live with that. Not quite though. A little bit too much delay for a monitor for my taste, but here we go. The leading hypercar back on track, flying out of the pit lane like there was no tomorrow. Well, we really don't like to see that. There's a pit lane speed limit in there for a reason. I'm still running around trying to set up things here, so you have to excuse me. And while you excuse me, how about we take a quick scene, switch of scenes, and let our partners have the screen for just a while. We'll be right back right after this.
Communication. It started out as a conversation between two people, but as time went by and people's needs became greater, they developed more ways to communicate. Businesses today need to minimize incomplete connections. Therefore, it is critical that they provide optimal service. Xilinx desktop, mobile and web applications can process everything from normal calls and callbacks to chats, emails, and social media inquiries. Let Xilinx liberate your business.
Hello. I've got John here as well now. Do I have you double, or do I have you in single audio this time? I hope I don't have you twice. Try and say something, John. I think I've only got you once. If I've got your audio at all. Yeah. Suppose and do are two different things. This is a complex setup. Yeah, it's TeamSpeak that was supposed to put your audio through a line 3 right now, which it actually isn't. So I'll have to change that to... There we go. Now we got you, John.
Glad to be here.
Welcome.
Thank you. It's been a busy day for me. Yeah, been away for the most of the day. Just got in, had a quick dinner tonight, and yeah, now I'm here, I guess. Yeah.
Yes. I was gonna try and have it do like last time and set up the camera so that it automatically finds the person that's saying something. But now again, like last time, I don't remember how I did that. Let's change layout and then spotlight. Yeah, I think that's it. Could you try and say something now, John?
Yes. Sorry about that.
It works.
I normally do not keep that silence. You know that.
Yeah. I know. But look, tonight I'm on from the
Studio actually.
I'm from the producers table tonight because I wanted to do a little bit of work, but still a bit. There's still a ways to go.
Yeah. It's been a okay busy night at the servers tonight. I see a lot of great drivers in there tonight, which is great. Yeah.
Endurance is back.
Oh, Mr. Richard Blogger, yeah. I started to see that. Yeah. We all were, we also got Kim Lynette here as well, I can see. That's great.
I'm not sure if that's Kim or if it's just the guys have forgotten to change the driver name in Simutools. I don't know.
Okay. Could be, I don't know. Anyhow, yeah. Let's just say that for the sake of GTR24h right now and our upcoming Endurance E-Racing World Championship event, there's actually a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes where it's actually pretty confidential still. But hopefully within the next 2 weeks we can actually begin talking a lot about what actually has been going on for the quite few, maybe last 4 months, something like that. Actually, even before summer. So yeah, there's a lot of big stuff going behind the scenes right now. So yeah, and there's a lot of other partners who wants us to keep it as much as confidential until everything is prepared and ready for launch. So
Yeah, this
yeah,
is not as much a question of us being ready as the
no,
partners being ready. So before we
no,
can announce anything, the partners need to be ready for those announcements as well.
yeah,
These are big ones, really big ones.
yeah, it is very big ones. So right now, yeah, it's just a question about time, I guess. We know we're pretty close to the show right now. We have approximately 3 weeks, actually less than 3 weeks to we actually start revealing some of the prizes for the event. We have still upcoming partners coming into our show, which haven't been around before. Other companies from our other partner, Vibo called Arena, they actually have other partners as well. We have an upcoming business-to-business meeting where we're inviting a lot of partners on the 25th of September. Yeah.
Yes,
So yes,
and
there's a lot of stuff coming right now.
can I say maybe something like a couple of hundred spectator tickets already sold. I know they reset the because we had to set it up. It was impossible to understand what you were supposed to do when you ordered the tickets. We had to change the way the tickets work. You have to reserve it now. And I know that they once in a while they reset the seat selection because there's room for way many more people than there are actually seats in the grandstands for. So they reset that sometimes. But last time I was checking, there was yeah, I could sort of figure out that it has been reset once, and there's now about 60 tickets bought again. So at least once it's been reset. So yeah, spectator tickets starting to sell good. So, and I noticed that Viborg still has the price at 75 Danish. So yeah, that should have actually changed the 1st of September. Hasn't been yet. So if you're quick, you can still save those 25 Danish if you
Yeah.
buy your tickets. It's possible.
Yeah. Peter, we have some minor issues with your sound. In my ear it actually sounds very metallic. I don't know if there should be done any adjustments to that as it is right now.
I am metallic. That's why.
Mr. Robert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am the robot.
Anyhow, going through some of the teams here, I know a few drivers there. Seems that we have Michael Peterson, which is MSB Racing, right? He's on. We have guys from Scandio team here. We have Nightmare 1. That should be, of course, the 777 Nightmare car. If that's a Corvette one, I guess that's the right team. Yeah, it's the one, right team. And we have Rare Endurance. I don't know. Isn't Kim Wedel Østerby the one driving for what was it? Wait a minute.
Yeah. What was it? And a lot of people are starting to find out that the Mercedes AMG GT3 car is actually a very, very, very fast car on the straights, and that matters a lot if you want to keep the competition behind you. Top speed is actually on the straight is actually one of the things that you really want to make sure that you have the advantage.
Yeah. There's also quite some adjustment in what needs to be done to the hybrid car, because I know that's a lot of teams still very much battling with setups because the car is so very new. So there's a lot of stuff where you can actually improve the downforce of the car and yeah, the mechanical grip on the car. Yeah, there are lots of things which actually can be done to the car. So it's just a question about that you really now, because of the event is only nearly like less than 2 months away, you really have to put all your energy and everything into getting the right setup for the show. Yeah, basically that's how it is right now.
Yeah, I heard just a few rumors the other day about the hypercar, that it was actually maybe this is confidential, maybe it's not, I don't know, but somebody must have decompiled the car, because the rumor was that the car is set to be 150 kilograms heavier than it's actually supposed to be.
Okay, that's strange.
I don't know what that is.
Is this stuff done by Studio 27 or?
Yes.
Oh. Interesting.
I won't disclose where I got that information from, but that's... Well, the person contacted me and told me, and I believe this person who told me. Okay, I believe that person is a credible source.
But does it improve the grip of the car, or what does it actually help by having a heavier car rather than?
It doesn't help anything. Heavier car is just
basically slower.
Yeah.
Yeah. So less horsepower, I guess. Now.
I don't know. It's also rated. It's also rated at about 800 horsepower, which is supposed to be about 750.
Yeah.
It's supposed to do lap times right around where Richard Blocker is doing lap times in the, and also Kim Østerby as well. He's doing a 3.1, and Richard Blocker is doing a 331.6. That's actually the lap times that the hypercar was supposed to use.
So. Actually received a photo today from Jørgen, who had an event in the Viborg Cold Arena. Looks very promising with all the booths and stuff coming up, and we just had like a preview of how it actually could look like. Maybe I can post a picture. Can we somehow show this on camera, Peter?
Yeah. Send it to me on Facebook Messenger and I'll put it up.
Oh yeah, I'll give you this one. One moment. I would say it actually looked pretty good. I know they're actually building up the show floor, but I must admit it's kind of like really cool. So something like that.
Yeah. 2 seconds, I'll find it. I just need this. The hangout should go to this one and then make it smaller and not have my detailed screen information on it, because I don't want that. But I'm trying to customize a special view for you guys. So that
I think we'll give a few. An idea to the viewers. As I said, this picture will actually give the coming teams and the viewers of our upcoming World Championship a good idea how big one of the halls actually is. So just to give you a presumption of the size of it, and then we actually have an extra hall which actually is as big as this one. Plus we have the entire event area outside. We have the entire event towards the VIP rooms and stuff like that. So it's gonna be a pretty amazing event.
Okay. The person who took this picture has a disease called VVS or VPS, depending on if it's motion, if it's video or picture. But he has what's called vertical picture disease.
Okay.
Vertical picture syndrome.
Yeah, but I think it still shows you size of the event.
Yeah. It shows well, but it's impossible to show you in a widescreen format. And it doesn't show well. Like, oh, you'll see in a moment. You'll see in a moment why.
Thanks, Claudio, for that saying.
See why? Just a moment. So yeah, out of speed mode, and then.
You will feel the sound, and yeah, it's like being at a Le Mans event, a real event. The only thing missing is still, yeah, as Lasse Sørensen actually told me, the only thing missing was actually the smell of gasoline, or yeah, and the noise of winding tires. But now we basically can do like everything, because we might bring in a car and we can do that. Actually outside, basically, yeah. But
Oh yeah, of course it was. Yeah, Mike was muted while showing the picture. Yeah, of course it was. Because I haven't added all the channels to all the different views, so sorry about that. Yeah, it was kind of hard to see the details of the picture, because, as I said, the person who took it has this vertical picture syndrome. Yeah, well, I have the monitor sound from the car's in-game straight into my headphones, and here it's not a problem. Yeah, put the tents on fire with gasoline. Then it'll smell like burnt plastic, I think.
yeah. Still, it's gonna be a great show there, and yeah, there will be a good amount of exhibitioners there. Something that Viborg will be bringing in, or the Viborg Cold Arena will bring in, and we will have ours as well. Some of the vendors you actually already see with logos on our website, and the ones spinning in our live stream is basically what we will have around our show. And there's additional companies coming in right now, and we might not have time to do press releases every time, and we haven't actually done that many press releases this time around, because we kind of wanted to focus on the race, and we kind of like want to focus on all the different events. But of course we will be having their logos spinning in the streams, and you can just guess from there what kind of products they have by visiting their sites.
We'll have more press releases and stuff like that. Yeah, there's going to be press releases by Viborg HK as well. Not only us. So yeah, if you're in Denmark, you might see us in other media as well.
I will be glad when we actually have the chance to actually disclose some of the coming partners, and when actually all the NDAs and the lists So that's actually non-disclosure agreements. When they actually lift, we can actually start talking about what's actually going to happen media-wise, broadcasting-wise during our show. And there's some very interesting stuff coming, and I can promise you that much. And but I will
People
not.
are going to be surprised, aren't they?
I think they will a lot. Yeah, it has taken a toll on my body and my health of my body to prepare all these things for you guys. So I really hope the teams are really appreciating what's coming this year. And of course, without saying anything, and I know I'm gonna get you guys very curious about what's going on, but still, think of what kind of chances it could actually give for all the competing teams at the event, and that's basically what I can say right now. Yeah, basically. Yeah. But still, yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming, and also for the different teams, it's also most important for you guys. You have a great time at our event. We want to make sure as much as possible that all the things that you need is actually at the show. Of course, sometimes you will forget your LAN cable, or maybe you will forget your power cables, and we might have stuff laying around to help you guys out. So do not be, how can you say, concerned about if you might forget a headset or something like that. It can happen. We've been there ourselves. I tried it before. It's not funny.
You forget things, John?
Yeah, I did. In 2017, I actually forgot my USB mouse.
Kid. No, okay, not that bad.
No. No, I did not forget my rig. That's too big to forget, I guess. But still, yeah. It was a great event in 2017. A way different event what it was in 2018, and 2019 will be even more different for teams there because it's just becoming larger and larger. So I think we will continue having this growth, and also for the sake of the whole sim racing community right now going on, it's just amazing to be part of it. It's really hard work for us. It's really hard work when you actually do a full-time job beside this. And Peter as well have multiple different jobs beside this, and using all your energy, it also takes a toll on your family. That means that you do not have so much time to spend with your son. And sometimes, sons, sorry. Yeah, but still, this is done by passion. This is not done by money or anything like that. Of course, the money will be great, but right now, this is not what is important for us. The way most important thing for us is the growth of this event, is to having the teams help by helping us out by supporting us, helping out by sharing our news and putting all the stuff out there with so many marketing and stuff like that. So you guys create your own expenditure towards your own team still, but still do not forget to mention that you're being part of this show, because that will help us down the line as well. So
I'm not
we
really
really
fans of that autocam. It just keeps popping back to show cars in the garage.
yeah. But yeah, there are still very much great stuff coming this way, and with the growing interest of the partners and stuff like that, we know this esport is the right esport for everyone, and it's gonna be so big over the next couple of years. So by you being here and you being part of these kind of events, it would only benefit your own team so much. For the ones leaving out of this, yeah, it should, but that's how it is.
Hopefully. I'm just trying to see if we can get... I have to do all this subscribe and unsubscribe thing now. I'm trying to get my sim rig up as a second image. But it doesn't seem to want to cooperate right now. And I need to make sure that we have all the audio channels on all of the views as well.
That's a big spin by MSB Gels. I don't know if it's Gelser. It must be.
Yes, it is. I was trying to figure out the character set errors and why it doesn't like the special Danish characters, because in the text file coming out of the driver detection plugin, it's actually the right letter. And I tried interpreting that with UTF-8 and ANSI and ISO and all kinds of stuff, and it still doesn't. It just still doesn't want to show up as the proper Danish letter. I'm kind of at a point where I really don't know what to do. So I had to get a good idea of what to do about that. I'm gonna just try and change to the view of Viborg and then add our microphones back in so that we get sound. So let's try and see. At least we got your sound now. I think we got my sound as well. Yeah, sorry, 2 seconds, John. 2 more seconds. There's still something missing. Which is the one that's called TeamSpeak. Yeah, we need that one as well. So paste that. And now when it's in a different window, it starts doing completely different. So, okay, now we got it.
Yeah. Actually, this is just for the ones who didn't heard it before. This is actually an overview of an upcoming exhibition event in Viborg Cold Arena. This is not our setup, but this just gives you an overview how big one of the hall actually is. There should be around 3,000 seatings in the event, where there could be more than 3,000 spectators there. We have a lot of booths there built up for all different kind of teams. Basically, this just gives you an overview of what kind of size the event would be in only one of the halls. And we have, of course, 2 big halls in the same size. And basically, we will have actually an even bigger area which is for VIP who are paying extra for the tickets for food and lectures for different real motorsport stars, which also will be revealed down the line when everything is planned and set. And of course there will be different areas with exhibitioners showing stuff outside as well. We will have car shows outside with Ferraris, BMWs, Porsches, and stuff like that. And there will be actually an official go-kart track. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming there. We also heard about teams coming in with their trucks, with setups of sim rigs, and teams coming with all stuff, different stuff like cars and stuff like that. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on there, and this is gonna be a massive event, something we're not used to see, and it's gonna be way bigger than last year. I think 3 times larger. Won't you say that, Peter? About
I have no idea. I have no idea.
Okay. But it's gonna be big, definitely. It's gonna be entertaining.
I don't really have like mental picture of how big it is. I have images though as well.
Yeah.
From other stuff which I could try and find and show you guys as well. It's in various folders in various places. This is one of the last. No, don't. Wrong program. It's not really good for showing images on the big screen. This one was. So here we go. This is the, I think, no, it's not the last. It's the second to last render of the arena and how it looks. It's actually been turned around 180 degrees since this render was made. So it's the other way around. Or is it? No, this is the right way around. This because it's mirrored on the view is mirrored on my on the screen here. I don't know why exactly it's mirrored, but it is. I'll try. I would really like to undo that mirroring. That's really annoying to look at. So someone did this a scale minus 100 on one of the sides. There we go. Now it's turned the right way around. Now all the text is mirrored as well. It's not actually far off that render is done from the same place as the other picture was taken. Except the other picture on like the real picture was done like more straight down the like along with the spectator seats instead of across. Now the small enclosures around the sim rigs, we haven't found any solution for that yet, so it might not look like that. It might look very different, but yeah, we're still in contact with various people concerning various solutions with the small enclosures around the sim rigs. Well, back to the racing. I'll try and see still. I'm fighting if, like, right now it's the McLaren Senna that's causing problems on my computer, so that this one, it won't join. This is one of the reasons why I'm not really that big of a fan of R-Factor 2, since you have to like for half an hour with the software before you can actually join the server. Due for another word from our sponsors. So yeah, for the next, is it 2.5 minutes, we'll let our sponsors do the talking. See you right after this.
conversation. It started out as a conversation between two people, but as time went by and people's needs became greater, they developed more ways to communicate. Businesses today need to minimize incomplete connections. Therefore, it is critical that they provide optimal service. Xilinx desktop, mobile and web applications can process everything from normal calls and callbacks to chats, emails, and social media inquiries. Let Xilinx liberate your business.
Yes, we're back again after a commercial break. I've gone and got myself trouble. But work a bit on that as well. Because I now have equipment for testing. You can see John's with us as well again. Well, to me it doesn't really matter what we test, as long as we just test things.
Yeah, we can also announce that we are having less than 20 days for all the teams to actually send their skins.
Yeah, we need the skins pretty fast now.
Yeah, that's on the 24th of September. It's absolutely the last deadline date, and before 8 p.m. at that date, I need all the skins sent because I'm actually the one preparing it for the servers. So that means that if you have to edit your skins later from that time, I cannot guarantee we actually have time to do that. So you have to close basically all your sponsor deals with all the different vendors, whatever you might be doing your event 1 month prior to the show.
Yeah, and that's because your skin may very well end up in it may very well end up in other places, like we need to use it in graphics and spotter guides and
and as well all the lineups. We could also actually like present that that all the teams actually also need to sort who is gonna drive. it doesn't matter if you change that much in the pits in regards to who's gonna sit there, but all the driver lineup has to be 100% completed before the 24th of September as well. I will announce it today in the forums. I'm sorry I'm a little bit late with that, and the reason is that, actually the reason for that, sorry, is in regards to the betting companies, because they need to know who is driving
I need to know
at
who's
which
driving,
team.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's how it is. I'm sorry that it has to be 1 month before the show, but please make sure that the driver lineup is the one you're gonna use at the EEWC event in October. And that's before the 24th of September as well. Yeah. So how's your stress level right now, Peter, with the upcoming event and stuff like that? Can you keep up?
I think my stress level is extremely low. All the tasks that I know of, you know, I know kind of what time I need to put in them to make those work. Yeah, what would stress me is all the tasks that I don't know, but I believe we've sorted all that out. I have some things on live stream that I need to sort out, small things. I have some things concerning the live timing I need to sort out as well. I know what all of it is, and I know how to sort it out. So I'm not really that stressed.
Could be good to hear a few words from some of the teams here at either TeamSpeak or on the Twitch chat as well.
Yeah, you're more than welcome to come and join the Teams channel. Just join up. And John, you'll have to take a look at if someone's there and they need talk powers or stuff like that, because this channel requires talk power.
Yeah, I'll do that. So if we could add anyone from the One Move team to the room, or ProSim, or Scanview, or ID SimSport, or yeah, that will be great, as these are the ones using our TeamSpeak server right now. It will be great to have one of you guys from one of the teams coming up to our broadcast studio and have a good chat about your preparation for the event. If you have time, of course. There's actually there's actually 20 cars right now, which is really good actually. We do feel that more and more teams will be coming to the server and do the training and stuff like that as we get closer to the show. There's not much time left to prepare if you really want to be competitive. Yeah. There are, of course, more experienced team who is driving in different leagues, but we also actually have teams here who basically do not drive this, well, more than maybe only this event one time a year. And they actually only prepare for that, which is pretty extraordinary. So especially for a 24-hour event. So it's great. It's a special event, this GTR24h EEWC event.
It's incredible how fast I forget these commands.
See, we got some ID SimSport guys there. Michael Peterson, and we also got Jan Brødskov here as well.
I really have to make batch files for this. I really do.
that was quite a spin there. That's the Porsche actually hitting the barrier there very violently. That would not give you much of an advantage during our show, so yeah, he's really pushing that Porsche really hard. You can actually see that when he actually enters the cornering, he actually hits the curbs and lose grip, basically. We actually also have quite a few teams being in the GT, changing to GT3 now. There's still some issues with the GT cars. What we are hearing from all different sources, they're actually pretty, I would say, close to frustrated about the setups. They're not capable of getting the car controllable enough, so they kind of like jump to the GT3 car, which seems to be quite successful this time around. I don't know if Studio 397 have any kind of, how can you say, ideas about what they're going to change that, because it seems that some teams are actually fleeing away from the series.
I think they have some idea about something being wrong, because they've set up three pre-season races to the VEC.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's not use the comments from the same drivers as are racing VEC while they're racing on our servers and experiencing it. Let's until the guys race at the VEC where they apparently are credible. When they race under VEC, somehow they're credible. When they race with us, then they're not. I don't know what to say about that, but yeah.
I must say one thing about what I really would like to credit the Studio 397 guys for is the camera view. Is the camera views of the new Le Mans track is just amazing how good it actually looks.
Definitely, yeah.
Really enjoyable to watch, and I do feel that you can actually feel the speed of the car blowing through the corners and being high speeding down the straights and stuff like that. It's just amazing to watch. So yeah, great job Studio 397. I have to admit that it's really looking great now, and keep that good work coming, because it really looks awesome, to be honest. So yes, there's a lot of good stuff coming now. We hope that Studio 397 is, because of our upcoming 2020 season, is going to bring us more official tracks. Of course, we want to run with much of possible with all the official tracks available for us. But right now, the content from Studio 397 has to improve a lot. So we kind of like hope that there will be more teams coming. More teams coming to our event as well, actually in 2020, not at the EEWC, but more online as well. So yeah. Anyhow, I have a phone call right now, so I have to leave for a few seconds. Sorry about that. I will be right back.
Okay. And I'm trying settings here to check that I've set everything up properly. I'm now in checking out the main name server for GTR24h to make sure that I forwarded the right the right address, which I didn't. I need to.
I see we have Pau in our broadcast studio. Do you have any words for us, Pau? Very silent, actually.
Yeah, talk power. That's a reasonable thing. He's not saying anything.
Peter, I'm afraid to say your audio is not very good at the.
I
right
can't do jack about it. I'm sorry.
Strange. So, Pau, you now have talk power. You are free to talk.
Hello.
And welcome to the live stream. I have a hard time hearing what they're actually saying. So, yeah, there's some kind of issue with his talk power. It's metallic right now. The connection should be okay, so I don't know what's actually going on. Anyhow, yeah, nice being here, Pau. Do you have anything to review with us with ProSim this year? Did you manage to find out what kind of car class you're gonna run in?
We're gonna drive the hypercar in ProSim, and we're struggling with the setup, but we hope we will be finished before, so we have a lot of training.
Yeah, and what I also saw about you guys on the news, on the internet and stuff like that, you have a new driver coming to you guys from Britain, right?
Yeah, we have a driver named Craig Hyde. Yeah, we tried him out in Spare Race, and it was very well, so we will go with him this year.
Oh, excellent. That's good to know. And you will have Kim back in the team as well, I guess.
Yeah, the reason Kim was not driving the Spare Race was he was in US on holidays, so yeah, that's why he not was driving.
Okay, excellent. So, are you guys gonna rent any kind of specific house or anything like that during the show to stay in, or are you, how do you like build up your teams around the event, and what kind of plans do you have for that?
The plan is we find a hotel room so we can get some really good rest, so we are ready for the race and up for the 24 hours race, because it will be long and hard. It's always that, so yeah, actually.
Yeah, you had some former experience last year with some Dutch drivers who were they're actually going to participate in another team this year. But yeah, you kind of like felt the pressure on your body, and what kind of pressure, even if it's just sim racing and not real motorsport for some. I would say it's really close, but yeah, it depends who you are. But still, yeah, it's still very much the same. You do not get much sleep. The concentration goes down. You have to have the mentality there. You have to have the stamina there to actually keep being awake, I guess. So, how kind of like do you have any special food you're gonna eat? Do you have any kind of like special drinks? Do you exercise? Do you do anything out of the extraordinary as normal sim racers don't do? You actually put your energy into prepare yourself?
Yeah, for the next 2 months I have a personal trainer 1 time a week, so and I start out in a fitness center, so for be fit in my head, so I can actually be fit when I'm in the car.
Sorry, I actually have another phone, so yeah, I'm quite busy right now. Sorry about that. I'll be back 2 seconds. So sorry, I just yeah, sorry about that. I'm back, Pau. Sorry for that. It's just a quick phone call. Yeah. So you kind of said that you actually have a personal trainer, and do every single person in your team have that, or?
No, right now it's only me because I want to try it out.
So, do you aware of other teams doing like this, like having this amount of preparation up to the EEWC event, 24 hours event? Do you know if anybody else is gonna put that amount of energy into this, or are they basically just putting all the energy just sitting close to the computer?
I think most of the sim racers only drive in the sim to get prepare for the race, but I will go a little longer and try to be fit also, because it's long race, and if you need to sit 3-4 hours in the rig like I did in the Spa race, it's long time, and you need to be very fit also in your brain. So it's a lot of training. It's not a lot of training in front of the screen, but also in a training center, because your physics need to be there also.
Yeah. Excellent. Yeah, Peter, can you run from here, because I really need to pick somebody up right now. So it's pretty hectic.
Okay,
yeah, you sounded actually. Yeah, your sound is way better now. So.
Okay, so moving about 2 meters to my right is actually what's causing the lack of quality here, apparently. Okay. Well, we're expecting to have Neil join us in just a few minutes as well. I actually don't know if he is already here or not.
Okay, I will go off for today, guys.
Okay.
And have a good night.
Yeah, you too.
Bye.
Bye-bye. There you have it. Pau from ProSim focusing on the physical aspect of the sport as well. And I'm focusing on the technical aspect of this production right now. Yes. This should stream. Yeah, this should be live cam 1, and let's see if this is working, because if it is, it's quite awesome. It does, but it's a little bit out of format for some reason. Like the picture's a little bit squashed. Which might be because I'm using the back camera. I don't know. Ah, yeah, there we go. Much better. No squeezing. I'll try and show you guys what I'm talking about and what I'm doing right now, because it's actually quite awesome. It's just a tiny little bit of a delay, but quite cool. This is what we had in mind for doing handycams at the event. We've upped the quality and upped everything, and I actually worked on this like some time ago and got it up and running, got the server up and running and everything, and I haven't had the chance to test it on live stream yet. I wanted to do this and test this when the week when I was in Dubai, but didn't really get to. I'll show you what it is in just a minute. I need to produce the right tree and everything and add that. And it's a bit tedious, but it'll do. It'll do. And I really hope that this can somehow work. Doesn't seem like it wants to work right now. But I've had success doing this, not with the VLC player, but with a straight up browser as well. So we'll try that one as well. Since you can just add browser windows. And I'm doing a 720p stream right now, so that's 1280 by 720 pixels. And that doesn't seem to want to show either. Okay, that's really annoying. That's really not good. And come to think of it, maybe we shouldn't do an internet URL lookup for that either. Maybe we should just do a local IP address of this particular machine. I can't remember right now, but now I've seen it. Let's pick that up and see how this goes. It might help, it might not help, I don't know. Well, at least I can create. At least I think I can create a browser version of this that will play it, but it won't play right now. Oh, who's that? Lungar. Ow! Head-on collision with the tire walls. That was a big one. Another one of the SLS is having issues. Network cache, we really don't need that at all. And URL path, here you go. Now, play that. Yes, there we go, it is actually playing now. With a local IP, it's much better. Everything falls into place when using local IPs, apparently. Local IPs are better for you. That's what the doctor said. Yeah? Was it? I don't know. Local IPs are better for you, okay? So with a bit of delay, which really won't matter when we're doing the handycam, because the people interviewing are not going to be talking directly with the people doing the interviewing are not going to be the people talking directly to, yeah, they're not, yeah, well, anyway, you'll see once I get this set up. Set up. Here we go. Hi.
Here we go. Hi. Here we go. Hi.
Yeah, you get a bit of echo here. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, you get a bit of echo here. I'm sorry about that. I'll have
kill. kill the audio with this one. So with a bit of delay, anyway, and you can see here clearly with the nice face tracking features of the DJI Osmo, it's possible to always have my charming face right up in your face. Which is right nice. The image quality is surprisingly good compared to when compared to everything else we've done, and compared to the Google Hangout solution for handicaps as well. The image quality of this is really good. So I'm quite happy with that. There's supposed to be some stats on the drivers here. So we get why is it double? Why is there a double name tag on this? Yeah, because somehow it was added twice. I don't know why. And you can see even with me in profile and not looking straight at the camera, it still follows my face reasonably good. Not too bad. Quite good. Well, now that I got that up and running, let's do a commercial break. Word from our sponsors. Will be right back after this.
Communication. It started out as a conversation between two people, but as time went by and people's needs became greater, they developed more ways to communicate. Businesses today need to minimize incomplete connections. Therefore, it is critical that they provide optimal service. Xilinx desktop, mobile and web applications can process everything from normal calls and callbacks to chats, emails and social media inquiries. Let Xilinx liberate your business.
That's it. We're back again, and yeah, I'll try and set up another different view here. I hope that at some time in the near future we'll be joined by some of the other commentators, some of our actual commentators. So I'll try and set up a few things here. Should have already been working, but obviously it's not. So you have to excuse me running around here from place to place and doing stuff. Anyway, questions in the chat, please. Always ready for questions. Doing a bit of testing on various software solutions as well. Right now, oh, I remember what this is. This is our capture card that doesn't like anything other than 60 Hertz. Yes, and for some reason my computer always defaults to 59 Hertz. I have no idea why. That's like, I can't explain it why it does that, but it always does. It always defaults to 59 Hertz. I can keep changing this every time I restart the computer, and then like minutes after it just defaults to 59 again. I think I've got the image now. Everything's properly up and running. So now let's see if we're lucky and we can get R-Factor 2 up and running on this computer as well. It's downloading and verifying the McLaren Senna twice every time I start iFactor 2 now, so I'm not taking that as particularly good, like a particularly good omen. No, IO error, which is, I have no idea what that is, and I have no idea how to correct it. I tried now several times to kind of uninstall and get rid of the McLaren, but somehow I get the feeling that that is not the car that's causing the issues. Well, I'm unsubscribing and resubscribing everything now, so let's hope that'll fix the issue. Just takes a while. Like every time you do this, you sit and hope that Studio 397 doesn't create any more content, because then you just need to do this like on more and more and more and more cars and tracks and. Okay, so it did actually look like the Orica LP2 car wasn't properly installed. I like the fact that we got the fourth. GTE car now with the Aston Martin. I'm just sad that we don't see it on track more. Like, I would definitely test it. So maybe that's the next task for tonight is testing the Aston Martin GTE. The Vantage GTE.
And we got John back in the room.
Ah, welcome back, John.
Sorry about that. I really had to pick up my oldest daughter. Yeah, she couldn't actually get home from where she's standing in the rain, so I think I.
Oh, that was bad. That's quite annoying.
Yeah.
I remember being a teenager and getting caught up in those kind of situations. That's
it's just
that's not really nice.
It was not very nice because she was out of money, everything like that, and she only had like 2% power down on her phone. You know
even worse.
So it was like, so she will be stranded somewhere.
I don't know what this is. Every time I'm joining the server, I get an error. It's just straight up called IO error.
Oh, this error? I don't know.
I've never seen this before in rFactor 2. It just says in red IO error.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't caught up on the chat. You're talking about Christmas. Isn't that a bit early?
No, people were saying only 50 days to go, and I was saying, yeah, it will be Christmas in no time.
Yeah, that's right. I feel pressure on my body with all the traffic and stuff.
For me, John, Christmas comes 3 times a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's regular Christmas, like everyone else's Christmas, and then there's the real life Le Mans as well, which is sort of my second Christmas or third Christmas, I don't know. And then there's the EEWC, which is also like Christmas to me.
Yeah. Then I have 2, actually the same amount actually. Yeah, pretty much. Really, really looking forward to EEWC this time around. It's gonna be really awesome. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome for all the teams. And what I actually enjoy the very most, and I'm still doing that, is the amount of people that you meet and greet during the show. It's just awesome to see everybody back there. Someone you don't see this often is coming back to you and say friendly hellos and stuff like that, sharing coffee and anything like that. Yeah, it's just extraordinary. The network itself is amazing. So for the ones who haven't been at the show, go there. You will keep coming back.
I think you should go. Yes.
Yeah. And also, if you haven't tried driving as a team, the only recommendation I can do right now is just to shout as loud as I can on this stream, but I will not destroy your ears. I kind of like just wanted to say, do it, and
do it now.
Yeah, do it now. Do not hold back. Try at least one show as a team at the EEWC. If you can get in, pack your stuff, save your money, go there. Basically,
yeah, well, that's the biggest
you won't be
issue.
Disappointed.
That's the biggest issue teams right now. It's the issue of trying to get into the event. There's a big like 50 teams sounds like a lot, but yeah, we've already had 12 different teams on waiting list, and those 12 teams getting activated because other people decided or had incidents or whatever reasons that they couldn't show up. But yeah, there's a bit of like there's a bit of teams still not having all their issues settled, so there still is a small chance of teams that sign up on the reserve list to get in. So yeah, if you want to participate, your best bet right now is signing up on the reserve list.
Yeah, I actually have a funny saying here. I think we actually have Jakob Jensen here at the standings right now. He's actually driving in one of the hybrid cars, and Jensen is actually one of our race control drivers. He's actually on the server right now. He should actually be working now.
He should be working.
but he's not even preparing. He's preparing racing. So I'm actually getting a little bit, how can you say, nervous. He's actually going to be in race cars, or he's going to participate in a team. I don't know. But it's pretty funny. I think there's only one driver out there having his name as Jensen, and that's Jacob. I haven't seen anybody else, so basically, yeah. But it's good having you here, Jensen. It just shows you cannot leave your racing out, even if you play a lot of World of Warcraft or whatever you play. You still keep coming back.
There still needs to be racing in life.
Exactly. But it's still good.
I'm still struggling with, like, I don't know how long it's been now, but yeah, I got the RTMP stream server, so I can stream Handycam from the Osmo and my mobile phone. I show people how that works. But other than that, I've basically just been trying to make this computer run rFactor 2, since I originally thought that would be quite simple, since it ran fine last time and it was just turning the machine on. But apparently, not so much.
No, but my recommendation is still for the show that we have reinstalled PCs and everything completely from scratch and make sure that everything is updated and stuff like that. So of course it's gonna be run way better than what we have right here right now. So this is only preparation, it needs to be done, and it's also because of the quality of the content and the partners and the upcoming broadcast companies we will helping us during the event. Of course, everything needs to be in order. So that's why we do all these testing and stuff like that, to find bugs and issues and stuff like that. So if you find anything you find out of the extraordinary, please let us know, either in the chat or you can actually email us. So yeah, please do whatever you can to help doing that. Yeah, and we will only improve by having you guys doing or saying what you actually find that could be better. So yeah, keep posting stuff and yeah. It's actually pretty funny because when I look at myself at the live stream, I seem very white in my head. But
the light from
it's like the light from my 43-inch 4K screen is just out of this world. I'm actually sometimes I need to tune it down because I'm kind of like getting blind, not blind, because of the light is so strong actually. So yeah, I'm trying to see if I can find another mode now. Yeah, I don't know why it's like that, but it's just out of this world. That's like even worse now. I think I put it here, the economy one. Yeah, that's way better. Yeah,
It's not good for your eyes either, John, to have
no.
bright light shine straight into your eyes.
No.
It creates retina fatigue.
I'm actually quite fond of this screen though. It has 4 inputs, so with picture-in-picture, that means that you can actually have 4 inputs running simultaneously from 4 different PCs, which is fucking awesome, to be honest. Sorry for my language, but yeah, but that's really cool. It is.
I used to have a 4K screen for working, even though that was only like a 35-inch, I think. But it's still pretty nice to be able to have like 4 full HD browser windows.
Exactly.
Kind of run and check like everything's
in order.
Yeah. Especially for programming websites and doing web code and stuff like that, it was very useful.
I will still like to have a few teams here, or maybe we should just interrupt it by, I don't know, jump into the room and stuff like that, but it's still very annoying if you do that. So I will still recommend the one move esports teams to enter this
so
chat.
now we're down to the regular errors of package not available. Okay.
That's at least something.
I'm saying that there's 47 cars on the server right now.
That's not right.
That's not right. Well, it says so in the...
I know.
Oh, that's because it keeps adding cars. That's 47 cars been on the server tonight. Ah, yeah. That's the issue. There's 23 on here right now.
It looks like we have the Scanview team with Rudy Kuben as well here.
Look, the proper fast guys are here from One Move Esport as well. 323.3, 323.5, 323.9 from ProSim. So yeah, they all
close.
All the
now.
hypercars up the pace now. We're just Robin Tall is one of the Dutch guys from Rare. Yeah.
Doing 334.
Yeah. 34. Yeah.
Yeah, one.
In 6 seconds. 6 seconds slower than the hypercar. So yeah, the speed difference just isn't there yet. The LMP2 cars are still too fast.
Yeah, they are struggling right now, and like we actually have a spin as well from Nicky Jensen as well. I saw him just hit one of all his hybrid car. I think that Scanview is actually struggling right now with getting the hybrid car running well with setups and stuff like that. But there's still time, so everything can happen. So, but yeah, there's still some, I don't know, 10 seconds behind the faster hybrid cars, and they're actually even slower than the LMP2 as well. So yeah, there's a lot of adjustment has to be done there, because definitely the hybrid cars are way faster than the LMP2. So yeah, over braking as well from Nicky there. Yeah, he's not real bold in the live stream, but I'm just watching him on my own observer. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, why does this have to be so hard to just install and get a game running? Like,
Yeah, we have we have one of the real esport guy, Martin Dürler, is here. I can see doing some practice stuff like that. Could we talk about something about what we're gonna do about in regards to cheating and stuff like that at our event?
No, not yet.
Not yet. We're not.
No,
We're not prepared
that's
for that. Confidential.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That's still confidential. I think each should prepare themselves that there's going to be software that will be needed to be installed on your computer in order to be able to race at the event. But it won't be what software that is won't be disclosed until you're at the event. Part of the reason why is we don't want people to reverse engineer the program to see what's going on. So we want to allow for absolute minimal time. Because if there is a way to hack that program and still be able to cheat, we kind of want to leave as little room as possible for that to happen. But expect that there will be a program, and expect if the program doesn't, you can be 100% sure that the program doesn't react to anything unless you are actually cheating. But if you are cheating, you're going to be thrown out of the race. It's gonna simply close down your R-Factor 2 session. So if you are cheating in any way, you're just going to get thrown off the server immediately.
Yeah, and race control will get notified as well.
Yes.
So my best advice: do not even try, because it's not going to work for you.
No,
Basically, do not even try.
It's going to ruin your race. So
It's going to ruin your entire event, and if you get caught by doing that, you're not welcome anymore. And that's for the entire future.
yeah, that's a lifetime.
That's a lifetime ban from the show. So sorry, that's how it is. So if you're even debugging right now and doing stuff right now to improve your way of racing, to better your results, please drop it. Just
Well,
no.
we
You
don't
won't
need
have a
to.
chance.
We don't need to ask John. They won't have a chance.
No. I'm just glad that we this time around have people working for us, helping us by doing this, and
It's awesome. It's awesome, and the
really,
way
really
the way
awesome.
like this could turn into a a business in itself, and that is absolutely that's a fabulous thing. Because the way of detecting this, and figuring if on the computer that shouldn't be there, or something running that shouldn't be there, or the program is doing stuff that it should be doing. Yeah, that's possible with any software to like it up.
I don't know what's going on with your mic this time around, Peter, but it's metallic.
Bluetooth receiver again. Yeah, I'm back now.
Yeah.
I think the
I
sound.
will just give you a notifying message when it then actually happens. But you're back again. Yeah, your sound and crystal is clear again. I don't know what's going on. So anyhow, yeah. You managed to finish the talk with Pau. Did he had anything to disclose for you, which I didn't, because I had to go. So basically, it was always nice to hear what ProSim as it had in mind.
No, not really. No.
Okay, great. we still have a few drivers we actually haven't spoken before with. Actually, that's Jørgen Rikstrup. I don't know who that is. Stephen Lyngård, do you know who that is? I don't. Frank Thompson, I don't know him as well. So there's a lot of new guys coming to the show where I actually can meet and greet. That's nice. So, and if there's any Belgian there or any Dutch people coming there, remember your beers because we like them. Yeah, I had a few. I had a few good conversations with some of the teams, and yeah, it's good to have people back. What we like most about the show that we have so many foreigners at our show as well, coming from every kind of country you can find in the world, in the Western world. That's we still miss some teams from Asia. That would be great to have some coming in from Asia. Indonesia or Thailand or Singapore, Taiwan, whatever, China. It would be great to have some teams from there. But most of the teams are based out of Europe, some from the US. We know there are drivers coming from South America in conjunction with other teams as well. So yeah, we have all kinds of people at the event. So it's a multicultural society, I would actually say right now.
It's a multi-continental
little show. So yeah,
okay,
there's any
the
nationality there. And also, we could actually disclose something about that because this is actually important. We will be soon providing food tickets, and you actually, as a team, able to buy your food tickets very soon.
I hope so. Next week.
Next week, yeah, something like that. And if you have some kind of cannot eat fish or something like that, please let us know.
I guess the food tickets will be open. Like if you're a spectator that want to be there the entire weekend, I guess the food tickets would be open to spectators as well. Because it's a separate thing. You know, it's not just for the teams.
No. It should be a great possibility there. That we just had Rudy Kuben in a huge accident in a hypercar there. That looked pretty violent actually. So yeah. At least he can just hit his escape button and change the car.
Yeah. Like it's no kidding. Like the Formula 2 accident at Spa last weekend.
No.
Well, I guess goes to show motorsport is still dangerous, but with that's kind of dark humor anyway. But with the crashes we've had tonight, there would have been several fatalities on track as well.
Yeah.
We should be happy. It's just a simulator, and that you get the opportunity to kind of push a car that hard without fearing for your life. Yeah, maybe it would be a good thing, especially for like the less trained gentlemen pilots, to start opening up their eyes to sim racing and how you can get routine and stuff like being passed by faster cars, just general track behavior, learn the place.
Your audio is bad again, Peter.
Yeah, I moved away. Sorry.
Yeah. Anyhow, yeah. If you like go on the standings and the overview of the drivers, I think there's still many teams here only hot lapping. I just want to talk a little about that. It's great that many teams are just hot lapping here to show their strengths and how fast they are. But I think for the better result is still a 24-hour race. So I would still say, even if you're on live stream, still do your preparation for the show. Try as much as possible to put as many laps in there continuously, rather than just trying to put the best time out there. I know it looks great when you see you on the top of the list, but right now it's not what it's all about. It's about your training. It's about your consistencies and stuff like that. So yeah, that's my best recommendation for the teams. I think you even have even better recommendation, Peter. You did far more GTR24h back in the day than I did. I think I had 3 on my hands, 3 24-hour races. But still, yeah, there's a lot of stuff you need to prepare for. everything can happen is 24 hours. So I've been there. I've been up in the top 10s and stuff like that, and been thrown away. And yeah, frustrating, but that's how it is.
The first year that we like wasn't just aiming to participate, but like really started aiming to win the race, is when we started doing a list of things that could go wrong.
Yeah.
We sat down and made an actual pen and paper list of things that could go wrong. What could happen that would have impact on our result. And it was everything, like from things that just be minor annoyances to things that would end the race completely. And then we started just prioritizing those things, like here's the bad things that can happen. Here's the medium things that can happen. Here's the maybe this will end our race, maybe it won't things, and here's just convenient things that we don't really like to have happen, but if they happen, it's just annoying, nothing else. Way on the top of that list is having other cars hit you. Because that's nothing, you're not like, it's 50% you, 50% the other cars. And how do you avoid, like, the things that you're in control of yourself is how you position the car on track. And then there's the other cars. How do you practice not making those cars hit you? And you do that by being predictable. So practice being predictable is priority number 1. And that doesn't matter if you're driving in the hypercars, the LMP2s, the DTEs, or the DT3s. Need to be predictable. I can show you quickly what being unpredictable is. Because if you start to look at some of the slower cars, like especially the GT3 cars, it's especially pronounced when faster cars come up behind them and they start to pull offline in order to give the faster car room. That is being unpredictable. Like when you're going in a straight line and you pull off the racing line, like the side that you're supposed to be in when the next corner comes up, if you pull out of that side, you're being unpredictable. And the faster car from behind won't know on which side to pass you. If a car is trying to, like it's lining up and showing that I'm going to try and outbrake you in the next corner, and you still pull in front of that car in order to leave room in the ideal racing line on the outside, then you're being unpredictable again. If there's a car on your side coming into the corner and you're trying to take the apex, instead of leaving room for the faster car or the other car on the inside, you're again being unpredictable. So these things, practicing traffic is the most important skill. Not being good in traffic can end your race in milliseconds.
I think there's also some good things when you overtake a different car class and stuff like that. I always kind of like use my lights on the car to like signal that I'm gonna overtake you now. Please leave space for me to overtake you. Especially for some of the new teams, it's also a good warning for them that you're actually behind them. Even if it's bright daylight, I actually do that. When you're not, how can you say, you do not have to run with your headlights on. But yeah, but basically that will always signal that you're actually coming from behind and you want to overtake that guy. So yeah, there's a lot of good stuff there.
Another thing is, of course, flashing our lights can be helpful, but it can also create pressure where you don't want it. So if you're coming up behind a slower car and you flash your lights and the guy thinks your message is "get out of the way," and he then moves out of his line and you crash into the rear of him, like that still isn't going to do you any good, flashing the lights, if you're still being, like in the faster car, if you're being impatient or showing that you're being impatient.
course, we're talking about when you do that, you also have to be patient, and of course, you also need to make sure that you do not destroy the other classes race or
Yeah, and
whatever. So
that's actually a bit of reputation management comes into that as well. I'd say, because if you have the reputation of being the patient, predictable driver on the server already when people are doing their practice runs online now, like if you build that reputation now, being predictable and easy to race with in traffic, like that's going to stick with you during the race, and people will know you, know your driver name, and they'll know what to expect when they meet your car on track. If it's
Exactly.
every time it's a completely unknown driver that you don't know how good he is really with the car. What does he usually do in corners? Where does he usually like to place the car? Stuff like that. All of those are just like unknown check marks in all these boxes. It's not good for you. It's not good for the other drivers. So like the best thing is to get online, start building the knowledge of all the other cars, and start building your own reputation with the other cars. Like they get to know
Exactly.
how you like to race. They get to learn what to expect when you're in the car.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's about it for this time. So yeah, like practice online with the guys on the server that are actually going to the event. Great idea. You could be the fastest driver in the world, and you could still hit a slow GT3 car in the wrong place, and your race is over. And all you needed to do to sort that out and not have that happen was participate in the online practice with the guys, get to learn the drivers, get to learn the other teams.
Yeah, and by looking at the different drivers here and stuff like that, we still have a lot of teams not being here. So yeah, it's their own fault, and if they're not here, yeah, it won't benefit them in the race. So you can, as Peter said already, you can be the world's best driver, but if you do not if you're not familiar with the way of driving behavior from the other teams and stuff like that, yeah, it doesn't gonna benefit you down the road, basically. So best recommendation, be here, do your training, do your your strategies and stuff like that. Have simutils running for all the data. If you haven't had simutils installed, I think it's about time to do that now. Get to know the software, because it's something you need to use at the event. Also for the data, for us, for the whole race control stuff as well. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that you need to get to know before going to the event. We also recommend read the rules, basically. Log into your team section, get known to all the team section, get known about the incident report systems and stuff like that. Yeah, basically. There's a lot of good stuff there. So yeah, and basically everything is there. Just log into your team section. You do not have any kind of login for the team section, ask for it, you're gonna get it. Every team boss has one. So basically, yeah, that's how it is. And remember, there's also a regulation in regards to the skins has to be at GTR's, how can you say, email box, whatever account, at latest at 24th of September at 8 p.m. in the night. And that goes as well now, because we kind of like had a message earlier today that we need to have the driver lineup in order as well. So if you do not give us that, we're gonna take the driver lineup we actually already got when you signed up your team. So this is the one we're gonna use, and we're not gonna change it. So that's how it is. I know it's not fair for some teams, but we can't really do anything about it as it is right now. We will try much as possible. If the minor changes, it can be done, but if it's big changes, it cannot be done, basically.
Oh no, you can't change half your team, but if
No.
a driver becomes ill, or
Of course,
like his mother dies, or whatever stuff could happen, of course there's room for changes. We're not machines after all.
yeah. Also, another thing from last year's show to this year's show, if you remember last year we had banner ads at the track. Because it's licensed stuff this time around is actually a licensed track. We are not allowed to put our own advertising in the track anymore. So that's kind of like closed down, and we cannot do that because of licensing issues and stuff like that. So of course we will stay away from that and only use licensed content as we actually agreed upon in an earlier message. So it's going to be great because it actually has less work for us, Peter, for a good time.
Yeah, but it also means that like a lot of companies will get quite potentially, at least.
Yeah.
I can't say much more than that, but get a lot of free brand awareness out there. That's would I like to push that in a direction towards the companies that actually
sponsoring our
work, that are actually helping us. We want to give something back, but sadly that's not possible.
Nope. But that's how it is. Yes.
Well, John, it's time for it was at least for a long time. It's time for another commercial break, and when we're talking about our partners and sponsors, why not just go ahead and let them have the word. We'll be right back after this, or maybe just watch this kind of crash. What's going on? What's happening now? It's not a crash. It's just a replay of a car going really fast down. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, commercial break then. We'll be right back.
Communication. It started out as a conversation between two people, but as time went by and people's needs became greater, they developed more ways to communicate. Businesses today need to minimize incomplete connections. Therefore, it is critical that they provide optimal service. Xilinx desktop, mobile and web applications can process everything from normal calls and callbacks to chats, emails, and social media inquiries. Let Xilinx liberate your business.
Welcome back, everybody. Okay, I was idling. Welcome back, everybody. That's the proper way to do it.
We are now following ID Sim Sport Morten Petersen in GT Corvette C7 car.
Completely white. Oh,
Completely
bam!
white.
Done. Wheel off. Suspension broken. Ow.
Bam. That's a new Corvette.
That's straight back to the garage. New car, yes.
Seems that less teams now around. 10 drivers left for tonight. We as well soon closing down the live stream in a couple of minutes as well. I have to say that I'm a little bit sorry I have to run in the middle of the live stream because of my bigger daughter actually couldn't get home. So yeah, so I kind of had to leave. So she was like stranded somewhere with no buses and yeah, you know, like flooding, raining weather.
Yeah, it's
So
horrible here as well.
yeah, it's raining like ever before here. So yeah. Yes, less than 2 months prior to the show. Actually 47 days and 20 hours. They will be opening the doors for the crew participating at our show as well. They actually have 46 days. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff we need to do before we actually open the doors for all the different teams. So yeah, there's a lot of prepping going on right now, and you also have to remember that yeah, it's gonna take a lot of planning to do what we are doing right now. And yeah, I know for a fact that both Peter and I are using every resource we have to put the best possible show out there, line up everything, be in order. So we will have the best possible show for the teams, and also for especially the spectators and the viewers online and yeah, on TV as well.
There are people coming now who are actually paying to get entertained.
Your sound is bungus again, Peter.
Yeah. I'm coming back over here so you can hear me. What I said was we're actually now having people paying good money to be entertained at the event. So yeah, let's try and entertain you.
And that's also one thing I would like very much the team to think about right now is that we actually have VIP personnel there. That means that's actually companies. That could be CEOs. It could be marketing directors from large companies walking around the event area, talking with teams and stuff. So please keep your booths clean. And yeah, throw out your beer cans and yeah, stuff like that. It will be advisable to do that because the reputation is the representation of your team and how you actually introduce yourself is actually very important. There might be sponsors just standing in front of you, talking with you when you're not aware who he actually is.
Yeah.
That's my best advice for the teams this time around. And they might be looking at one team doing very well and say, wow, that could actually be for us a very cool team to sponsor and put equipment on them and stuff like that. So yeah.
I think I need to, like, you know this as well, John.
Yeah.
That sponsors are not only going to be looking for results. Like, of course, it's important for sponsors to be like visible at the top end of a field. You know, they're not only looking for the guys that are going to finish in first. They are going to be looking at guys that have their shit together.
Exactly, and that means that
They're looking for representation.
Yeah,
representation, not
you're being kind.
yeah.
Arrogant and yeah, stuff like that, because you have to represent their company on different shows and stuff like that. So yeah, be kind, be nice, be open-minded.
Most of these guys, like especially if it's marketing people like myself, what I would be looking for is not the winning team. I would be looking for the team that's using social media properly. Like, what kind of platform and what am I getting along with this team? Not only who are the drivers and what are their results. You know, I'm sorry to say, but fuck the results. Yeah, fuck them. I need to see you having good-looking, like really top-notch Facebook page, website, Twitter account, Instagram account. See that you're active on social media. You're giving away advice. You're being present online, and have a proper platform to communicate on, and that you engage with your fans as well. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, and that's something that's worth for these companies and why they want to invest in you. So yeah, keep your act together and yeah, be best as possible, do your stuff, and if you keep doing that, the sponsors would eventually be there.
And can I say one more thing? Especially if you are girl or young woman out there trying to get into like esports or something, try and get into sim racing. Like, try and be good at sim racing. See if it's not you, because the possibilities here for women with the amount of, it's always going to be like that. That the main amount of attention is just kind of magnetic towards women in gaming. You know that as well, John. So
yeah, I do.
Like, you're gonna be at a slight advantage here if you're of the female gender.
Yeah, you see with a lot of different you see with a lot of different gamers out there, and there's a huge advantage for you. Right now it is. It might not continue like that, and it depends. No. It obviously depends on who you are, because of course Jimmy Broadbent's not a girl, not at all, but he still attracts massive attention. And a platform, a YouTube channel platform like that is what, and kind of the way that Jimmy conducts himself around his fans and everything, like that's really what you're looking for. And get to learn what he's actually doing to improve his way of getting more viewers and stuff like that, because that's not that you have the challenge to have to copy him, but it's always good to be unique. But think about how you represent yourself and what you want to achieve. Have your own way of doing stuff and be unique, basically, as I said before. Yeah, and have commitment. Like, exactly. Show commitment. And you have to work for it. This does not come for free. No, it takes you rejection upon rejection upon rejection upon rejection upon like, if somebody doesn't work with you, you just open the next door. Yeah, and you're gonna have that door smashed in your head like multiple times when you get so frustrated. It's been like that for GTR as well. So it's just that you just have to move on. It doesn't matter what kind of business you're doing a startup in. That's going to be what you'll experience. Like 98% of the time is just nope, 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 nope. Just keep on pushing is what needs to be done. It is hard fucking work. I'm sorry again to curse, but it is. I need a beep button for that, don't I? Exactly. Yeah.
Is it real? Is it done updating? Is this the time when I get to press play, and it actually works?
Could be.
Yeah, 5 minutes to closing time, and I finally get my race rig up and running, and we can have some fun.
Yep. We can continue streaming though. I do not have any plans, so we can just do that. That's fine by me. So still lots of stuff to talk about and stuff like that. And still races here, and as long as you're here, we want to broadcast as much as possible. We are able to do.
Yeah,
So yes,
let's get more interesting.
Peter, your
with
sound
being...
is bonkers again.
Yeah,
because
I'm
you're
coming
moving
back
away.
towards the computer now, so it's good to get out.
That Bluetooth from Jabra is not working. It should be at least up to 25 meters.
Yeah, well, it's a multi-device issue with the headsets themselves. That's what it is.
Oh, excellent. We just had Rudy Kuhn doing 3:25.117 lap time. Not the best of the day, but used to have worse lap times than that, so that's an improvement. About
Yeah, I think
3 seconds actually.
I think what I'm going to be testing is going to be the Aston Martin Vantage GTE. I think what I'm thinking about getting into.
But you will be driving with while I'm actually commentating.
Yeah.
That's cheating, you know.
Is
Because
it?
my rig is not set up and working right now.
Okay.
But it could be. We could enter the... Maybe next time, next Friday, we could be entering the race ourselves.
Yeah, maybe.
If we have time. But it will be a pity if we actually are faster than some of the teams because we are not even competing.
No, that's it. That was actually the power on my phone disconnecting. So now I'm suspecting that my sound will get a lot better now.
Yeah.
So now when I walk away, it should actually be okay.
So,
but that was...
So what we can actually conclude on that, there's work to be done for Jabra with that multi-channel Bluetooth stuff.
Yeah, but if you don't connect the device to like multiple Bluetooth units at the same time, because this was connected both to the computer and my phone at the same time. If you don't do that, it works just fine, no problem. Like I can hear music from... I can usually stream music from this computer all the way to the opposite end of the house.
Interesting.
Like I can be in the kitchen and it's still playing just fine. Except if I have my mobile phone on as well, then it just cuts out like 10 meters or something like that instead.
Yeah.
And I'm actually pretty sure that came with the last driver version.
I actually will. I think by next Friday I will have invested some time in my own studio to have better lighting in here. There has to be an improvement somewhere. It's still actually my studio is actually like the size of Jimmy Broadbridge.
Shed.
Yeah.
Without
It's
the bed even.
Without the bed in it. But basically, that's my studio. That's my small getaway office because there's no room inside my house because I have children. They're taking every single room there. So yeah. So that's how it is. So I moved outside the house in my own shed. So yeah, I still like it though, but there's too much stuff in here to be honest. I don't know.
F you kids, I'm moving out.
Yeah, there's lots of sim racing stuff in here and computers and stuff like that. Yeah, but that's how it is with your office, I guess. It's messed up. So I don't even want to show you that. It's embarrassing how much stuff there's in here right now. But that's how it is. It's gonna be cleaned out very soon when I have time. It's gonna... Yeah, it's actually have one of the GTR servers running in here as well on my 500 megabit internet connection. And I have 3 PCs I need to upgrade with more memory and stuff like that. So one of the PCs is going to be used at the EEWC event. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff to do here. 5 laptops and stuff like that needs to be exchanged and stuff like that. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff and yeah. Whatever. Stuff needs to be done. Yeah, but I think by now, Peter, you should have more stuff laying around than me, that you basically have the entire GTR24h equipment, basically. I don't know.
Most of it, not all of it. There's still a lot of things that needs working. Like I need to find a microphone solution for the handycams with
that's gonna be
Bluetooth wireless microphones.
I can disclose something around the event. We will have a girl actually running around doing interviews with teams, the spectators and stuff like that. I'm in talks with her, but I do not want to reveal anything yet before we can kind of like conclude and stuff. But it's gonna be really cool, trust me guys. It's gonna be really, really cool. She's very well educated in motorsports. She knows her stuff. She's a great speaker, has her own channel. Yeah, she's from Britain, talented. Yeah, there's a lot of good things there to would actually shine up the show a little bit more, so that we do not have only men there actually. But yeah, it's gonna be great. So yeah, and this is one of the key things we have missed the earlier years. So it's gonna help out. Basically, it's gonna do that. Don't you agree, Peter?
Yeah, I'm just getting a message that something's up with our Streamlabs animation. That there's apparently something tricky going on, which there shouldn't be, because anyway, I set it up and that's odd. That's actually quite, like, if you look at the numbers right now, it's like the number of viewers on the different live streams. 30th of August peaked at 11 simultaneous viewers. 23rd of August was 2 hours and 20 minutes, peaked at 12 viewers. 16th of August peaked at 14 viewers. Then we go back to the Spa race, which peaked at 60 viewers. That's actually quite good. I believe tonight we've been at way more than that. I think it peaked at about 30, but most of those were actually on Facebook. So can't show the viewer numbers on Facebook on the live stream picture, so that's kind of hard to.
Yeah.
And I just still
Seems like Rudy Kuhn is still battling a lot with his lap times. There's still some, I don't know, cancelling of his laps. He did not manage to complete them, and issues with the handling. I can see that he's having something about oversteer and something like that in the corner sometimes. There's still things needs to be done to that setup. But I know that Rudy Koopman will be doing an excellent job at the EDC together with Eddie and Nicky. They, especially Rudy and Eddie, are fast drivers and stuff like that, but they seem to be battling with the setups a little. So there's basically a lot of stuff to be done with that setup right now. But they are improving, so it really looks great now. So yeah,
It's just that would be what, like that error would be what I would call error 40. Error that's 40 centimeters away from the screen.
at
Yeah.
least you admit it.
Yeah, but that was like that. It's like with Streamlabs. If you select one of the pro donation gifts, like you can force the system to use gifs on the streamer's screen. But if you don't select any of those, you don't need to pay for the pro, like kind of the pro, whatever they call it. Yeah, they call it Streamlabs Pro. You don't need to pay that. Because it will charge you $5.99 US per month. But as long as you don't select a GIF image to go with your donation, you can just donate whatever little, like 10 cents if you want to.
Interesting.
I'll go back to the computer, see if it'll start working or not.
Yeah. It seems that Rudy Koopman is really trying to put that Senna GTR car very hard right now to make the best possible lap times. I'm still very curious about how well he's doing right now.
It doesn't seem like that's going to happen tonight, John, and I really need to get off to bed as well before too long. So I think we should end the live stream for tonight.
Yeah. That's good having all you guys here. Peter and I will be closing down the live stream with a 2.5 minutes commercial for all our partners. And we hope that you guys will be coming back next Friday for another practice session of the upcoming EEWC Endurance Racing World Championship coming in October from the 24th to the 27th of October. See you soon, guys, and have a great night.
Communication. It started out as a conversation between two people, but as time went by and people's needs became greater, they developed more ways to communicate. Businesses today need to minimize incomplete connections. Therefore, it is critical that they provide optimal service. Xilinx desktop, mobile and web applications can process everything from normal calls and callbacks to chats, emails, and social media inquiries. Let Xilinx liberate your business.